Welcome to Owen Allen Media. Vybz Kartel just raised the bar once again in Canada. People are going absolutely crazy trying to grab a ticket to Kartel concert in Toronto. And while Vybz Kartel is breaking records, making history, and showing the world what a megastar truly looks like, Massicka just bought a brand new chain, seemingly throwing some shades at Vybz Kartel, some people are saying. So OVO presents Vybz Kartel at Scotiabank Arena officially added a third show. That's right? After more than 30,000 fans flooded Ticketmaster website desperate to secure Vybz Kartel tickets, Drake and his team had no choice but to announce another date for the World Boss. So the shows are now set for October 26, October 27, and October 30th, right? The announcement came directly from Scotiabank Arena. They said, due to unprecedented demand, a third show has been added. Just goes to show you that Vybz Kartel thing is not normal and not joke, not in a Gaza thing, right? This is real numbers, real demand, and real history in the making, because let's put it into perspective then. This is Vybz Kartel first time in Canada, and for the first time, a Jamaican artist will headline Scotiabank Arena for 3 nights straight, right? Now, I want you to understand what that actually means. This is greatness personified, right? What he's doing right now, we will look back in a couple years and say, yo, Jano, he really did that. That's how great he was. That's how great he is. And to be able to achieve something like that, it's not normal and it wasn't easy to do. That's why I keep telling people, enjoy every single moment of Vybz Kartel right now. This is what we wanted him to be released from prison for. So we have to relish in it and be present. You see me? Because most artists, when they go to Canada, what do? A nightclub, maybe a small venue, a couple thousand at best. Nobody has ever attempted something like what we see Vybz Kartel is currently doing, because they know what they cannot do it. You ever stop and ask yourself why? You get me? So why is it that many other artists never even try to this level? And even if they do, it just don't work. You see me? You know why? Because they are not mega stars. They are not super mega stars. You see me? They don't have the aura like Vybz Kartel. They don't have the magnetism like Vybz Kartel. You see me? And remember, this isn't even Vybz Kartel own show that he organized for himself. This is Drake's OVO brand booking him. And if Vybz Kartel is already doing these numbers under OVO, imagine when he decides to bring his own Freedom Street concert to Canada, or the US, Freedom Street, North America, I would call it, just like he did in Europe, Freedom Street Europe, which sold out back-to-back shows featuring some of dancehall biggest names, Shensia, Spice, Cranium, Dexter Daps, Skeng, Tammy Lee, and so on. And that was the biggest dancehall show in Europe, and it was organized under Kartel banner. So yes, when I say that the king of dancehall is doing kingly things, that's not an opinion, that's just straight facts. You see me? You can look at the track record, you can see it. Massicka and the goat chain. Massicka just bought himself a brand new chain, a goat piece, and he made a statement. One goat.
Brand new. One goat. See it.
What am I say again? Cough it up. Note. Lucky business without the sword.
Meaning in his eyes, in Massicka's eyes, he is the goat of dancehall. Now, I want to be very clear, like crystal clear like water, right? I'm a big Massicka fan. I've been a fan of Massicka for many years now, and Massicka have been consistent. He's a consistent artist. Before Vybz Kartel came out of prison, Massicka was one of the most reliable names in dancehall. He kept the fire burning, you see me, in blaze it, while other artists like Alkaline fell off and so on. And even after Vybz Kartel release, Massicka has kept that consistency going. He's a great artist. Nobody can deny that, and we cannot take that away from him. But let me talk true to Massicka, because if I rate you, I will keep it real with you. That's just code. Being the GOAT isn't about chains. It's not about flashy jewelry. GOAT status means you are outpacing everyone else in the business in dancehall. And right now, Massicka, you're not outpacing one man, and that is Vybz Kartel. Think about it, right? Vybz Kartel has the biggest dancehall song of the year. God is the greatest. He has more monthly listeners on Spotify and streams with his old catalogs and his new releases. He recently went silver in the UK, you know what I mean, selling out arenas and stadium by the thousands. He was Artist of the Year for 2024, and look at what the Vybz Kartel is currently doing in 2025. And all of this is happening right under Massicka nose on Masicka Watch, and there's nothing that Massicka can do about that. There's nothing that Massicka can do to change that, right? And that's why I find it funny when artists like Massicka drop, you know what I mean, a goat chain because Kartel bought a watch for $500,000 US. Did Vybz Kartel came out and say, oh, you know, Gaza and you know, me are the richest, and this makes me the GOAT. And no, he didn't. You see me? He never do anything like that. Vybz Kartel does not need jewelry to validate his greatness. He already knows who he is. Vybz Kartel is who he thinks he is. You see me? And that's just the truth. And here's the worst part about it. Massicka net worth is around $1 million US. Half of that is Vybz Kartel watch. Vybz Kartel have half of Massicka net worth on his wrist. So when we talk about levels, when we talk about GOAT status, when we talk about who is the GOAT, we can't ignore these realities, and it's just facts. No, don't get me wrong, people. You know what I mean? I'm not here to tear down Massicka. So even though me I say good things, people still go in the comment section and say, yo, oh, you might try to tear down the artist. Ray. I'm not here to tear down Massicka. The youth is a talented artist. But one thing I've always respected about him is that he never needed gimmicks or controversy to rise in dancehall. You know what I mean? He came up with hardcore lyrics, authentic dancehall music, and Massicka stayed away from clout chasing, and he wasn't an artist where he have to do some bag of things for stay relevant or be relevant, you know what I mean? That's why I'm a little surprised right now seeing Massicka leaning towards controversy to keep his name ringing. You see me? Yeah, so if Massicka doesn't drop a song right now, we barely hear about Massicka. If Massicka perform at shows, it not feel historic. It not dominate the headline. It's just another show, just another day, just another night. You know what I mean? Compare that to Vybz Kartel. When Vybz Kartel sneeze, a big news. You see me? When Vybz Kartel drop a verse on Skillibeng New Gears track, the whole dancehall react, the whole culture react. So maybe Massicka and his team see the way of leaving them, and they're trying to hold on by stirring up things and saying things about them and making claims and all of that. You see me? But at the end of the day, GOAT isn't about, you know what I mean, like some other people with a self-proclaimed kingship and a self-proclaimed GOAT. GOAT is proven, GOAT is earned, and in 2025 there's only one dancehall artist who has the stats, the history, the dominance, and the aura, you know what I mean, to back that GOAT claim. You see me? What can Massicka use right now to back the GOAT claim? Somebody just tell me and show me. Please, I want to see it. So, me just say this. Vybz Kartel is the man right now and doing the bigger and better things, and Massicka is a good artist. Continue to do what you're doing, but this whole GOAT thing and this whole Ray, you know what I mean, we not take it lightly. You see me? So as it stands, Vybz Kartel break records, do all of these other things, and you know what I mean, you just continue to do what you do and try to raise the bar just the same and do all of these other things, and then we can look upon your thing and say, yeah, do it. You know, if you come out here, come try if you buy a piece of jewelry for you, how much you buy it for, and then I try to use that to validate greatness and say that answer you're the GOAT. You see me? So that's just my take on it. Owen Allen Media, you know what I mean, we keep you informed.